All right, just a quick example of writing the equation for a hyperbola. So again, just like with an ellipse, what we want to do is start out by looking at a sketch. Very important that we can see what's going on. So in this situation, you're given your vertices and you're given one of your focus points. So here's my coordinate plane. When I come in there, my vertice is at -2, -3, and then also at 6, -3. Okay, so one of the things I can see now is that, okay, if I'm wanting to have my transverse axes in here, it's going to be a horizontal line, and so I can now kind of look at the idea that my hyperbola is going to open up left and right. And so by knowing that it opens up left and right, I know that my x piece is going to come first. And so I can put this information down, okay, to start with. So again, I want to start with my center. And so my center is going to be the midpoint of my two vertices. So I'm going to take the -2 and the 6, add them together, get 4, divide by 2. And because we're on a horizontal line, my y value is going to stay the same at all points on that line. So my x, and again, you got to be careful with the hyperbola, is the 2. So the x minus 2, my y is the +3 piece. Okay. So if I put that center on there, now I can figure out my distance that I moved in the x direction. So the distance I moved in the x direction, okay, I can look at from my center to my vertices, or I can simply count, but it's 4. So since that's in the x direction, this becomes 4 squared under my x piece. Now the idea about your focus being at -4, -3 is helping us in that what we're going to do is look at my focal distance. Okay, so again, from my center to that focus point is 6 units. And if you remember, what we're doing is we're going to take the square root of my big denominator plus, in this case, my small denominator, which is equal to 6. Now, I don't worry about it with this case, but I'm just going to put the 16 in for one of my denominators. Okay, and so when I square both sides, I'm going to get 16 plus s equal 36. Subtract that 16 from both sides, and there's my equation. I don't have to get too hung up on the idea of big and small denominator. But again, a lot of what we're going to do here is looking at the sketch to help me draw those things to find my center.